Okay. I got it. I know. I feel the same about myself. Trust. Appreciate you guys coming out, man. It's a little. I know. Well, I don't know why I did this special in San Antonio and bought a leather jacket. Got a film be sweating like Samuel L. Jackson in A Time to Kill in about 30 seconds. Just sweating that whole movie. He was innocent, he was sweating. Yeah. Well, the year's flying. I can't believe it's been so long, man. The new year was crazy. It started off with Lifetime Television, Aaron surviving R. Kelly right off the bat. Really appreciate that. Could have waited another couple months so I could enjoy his music for a little while longer. You gotta let somebody know when you're airing all the dirty laundry out. What's crazy about R. Kelly is, I watched that documentary, Surviving R. Kelly. It was 6 episodes, and it's crazy how his whole career is like before the piss and after the piss. That was like the whole timeline, you know? Like, I didn't tape Surviving R. Kelly. I watched all 6 episodes live. Like by episode 4, I was the guy on Twitter. Fuck R. Kelly. I ain't listen to his shit no more. He's deleted forever. 3 days later, I'm at a party. Step, side to side, bring it back. I went, oh shit! I ain't supposed to be dancing this no more. But I couldn't stop dancing. I go, oh my God, he is the Pied Piper. His music has taken over my legs. I swear, after watching Surviving R. Kelly and all these other scandals that happen every week, I'm to the point in my career where I'm just happy to be an entertainer without a scandal right now, you know? I mean, it's gotten to the point where I'm scared to open up my laptop in the morning. Because I just be looking at it like, oh shit, it's today. Because I've never done anything to anybody, I'm not worried about that. Still don't mean somebody can accuse me of shit, you know? Like, it'd be nothing for a woman to come out of left field and be like, Gary Owen smacked my ass in 1992! He was at a Criss Cross concert. Your clothes were on backwards. So, crowd. I keep waiting for a white lady to come after me. I keep waiting for a white lady to be like, Gary Owen sexually harassed me. Now you know you lied. Even my wife would be like, she bullshitting. He ain't do that. I guess what's messed me up lately is like comedians are getting a lot of scandals now. It used to be like athletes and rappers had all the scandals. Now it's like comedians, we leading the charge, you know? You got Bill Cosby, he's in jail, you know? It seems like every year Kevin Hart's got to go through something. Like this last year was the Oscars. Like, I didn't like how the Oscars did Kevin. Like, how you gonna ask that man to host the Oscars, and then the very next day ask him to apologize for some tweets he sent out over 10 years ago that you should have known about before you asked him to host the show anyways. And plus, he would just bullshit with his boys. There was nothing malicious behind his tweets. But all of a sudden, he did some gay tweets, and now these people were like, Kevin Hart's a homophobe. He's a homophobe. Let me tell you something. That dude is definitely not a homophobe. I know the guy 20 years, done 3 movies with him. One movie was called Ride Along. In that movie, I had nothing but underwear and honey on my chest. That was my whole wardrobe, you know? And Kevin, you know, Kevin had to lay on my chest, you know? So when you see that movie, that scene's only like 2-3 minutes long, but when we shot it, it took like 30-35 minutes to get that scene right. And to Kevin's credit, he never left my chest. He stayed there all 35 minutes. You know? What kind of homophobe is gonna lay in a man's chest for 35 minutes straight? Get the fuck out of here. True professional, committed to the craft, you know? But I do remember we were shooting Ride Along, right? Like every time before the director would say action, I'd have Kevin a headlock and his head be right here. I just started whispering to him, just to mess with his head right before we shoot the scene. I just be sitting there like, I dreamed of this. Can you believe we here right now? Look at God, won't he do it? Kev be so mad. Gary, shut the fuck up. Get on, man. Shut up. Dang, Kev, you strong. Like a little Ninja Turtle. But it's crazy, like when Kev had to go through all that shit with the Oscars, it reminded me of shooting Ride Along with him. But it also reminded me how I got the part in Ride Along. Like, out of all the films I've done, that was the most random movie I ever got. Because literally, I was at my house watching a football game on TV, and I get this text from this producer, Will Packer. He's like, "Gee, I'm getting ready to do a movie, Kev and Ice Cube. I'm gonna bring you in for an audition. Send me a picture with your clothes off." I was like, what the fuck? So I'm thinking Will's kidding, he's bullshit, it's a joke. So I text Will back, naked, or can I keep my shorts on? Will texts back, up to you, with the wink emoji. I was like, what the fuck? So I called Kev on the phone. I said, Kev, are you getting ready to do a movie Cube? He goes, yeah, we start shooting this week in Atlanta. I said, oh, so this is legit. So I'm trying to get the part. So I drop my shit, I send a naked pic in, right? Now I ain't take the pic immediately. I mean, I prepped my shit a little bit, you know? I got a little blood, got a little arch in it, you know? I mean, it wasn't here, I mean, about 60-65%, you know? Just in case my shit gets released, right? Because I remember I prepped my shit, dropped my stuff, and I took like a Captain Morgan's pose. I was like... So I send the pic to Will. I could see on my phone that he opened the pic, but he don't say nothing back. So now I'm like, shit, did I go too far, right? So 2 days go by, I still ain't heard from Will. So now I'm thinking, did I get catfished? So now I'm on the internet, checking all these websites, making sure my shit ain't out there, you know? I'm worried, but I ain't super worried, because I prepped my shit, you know? Because if my shit got released, I was gonna be like, that's just regular. Yeah, that's just me walking around. That's just everyday me. I don't know who took that pic. So then 5 days later, Will finally calls you back. He goes, gee, I got good news, baby. You got the part. I said, got the part in what? He goes, Ride Along. I said, oh, I thought you wanted me to come audition for that movie. He goes, Gary, I sent that exact same text to 5 other actors. You're the only one that sent in a butt-naked pic. I had to give you the part. You gotta want it, baby. Balls out. I was thinking other comedians messing up. Roseanne's messing up, man. Hell, Roseanne got fired from Roseanne. How the hell that? When Roseanne got fired from Roseanne, that's the only headline I saw. I didn't know why she got fired. So then I went back and talked about Twitter getting people in trouble. I looked at her tweets, and she sent some racially insensitive tweets about the head of her network. So I'm reading it, and then I went, I guess I'm always just a little taken back by not a lot. Just how some white people just don't realize what you can and cannot say about black people. Like I'm around black people a lot, you know? Like, honestly, it's pretty easy what you can and cannot say, you know? Like, you can't say what Roseanne said on Twitter. I'm not gonna repeat it, you can't say that, you know? You can't say the M word, that's obvious, you know? Just some white people won't let that word go. They just won't let it go, you know? Why can't we say it? It's just a word. Can we say it? They be looking at me like I know the answer and shit. Gary, why can't we say it? I don't know, that's the rules. I got bigger shit to worry about than that one goddamn word. Hell, I watch that spelling bee on ESPN every year. There's a lot of goddamn words out there we ain't using. Use one of them motherfuckers once in a while. There's so many words just sitting in dictionary right now, unused. Because I'm the only white person in my house. I hear the M word every day, room to room. Just ding, 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 ding. I still can't say it. And I'm paying the goddamn mortgage. That's just the rules. Yo, that'd be crazy if black people change the rules one day. Just black people come out, all right, we don't give a shit, you can say it now. You'd have white guys walking around, hear the news. Yeah. Black people said we're allowed to say the M-word, we're clear, we're good, we're allowed to say it. Are you fucking shitting me right now? Nah, we're approved, we're allowed, we can say it. We'll say it. Fuck that, you say it first. I ain't gonna lie though, sometimes when me and my wife are having sex, she calls me the N-word. It makes me feel good. It does, man. I be sitting there like, what the fuck you say? I be in the bathroom afterwards flexing up. What the fuck? Be calling all my friends up. You ain't gonna believe what the fuck my wife called me. What she call you? Can't tell you. But she said it. San Antonio's a big military bases on here too, man. I was stationed here a long time ago. Yeah, I was stationed in Lackland a long time ago, right? Yeah. It's funny too, looking back on my life. I was thinking like I joined the Navy like right after high school, and I was thinking, why did I join the Navy? And I remember all the reasons, because I was a broke kid living in a trailer park in Southern Ohio. The military was looking at me like, we can get that motherfucker right there, Because it was like my senior high school, there was about a week run where every day I came from school, there's a different recruiter at my trailer trying to get me to sign up, And they just kept showing up, Because I remember the Marine guy showed up first, the Marine recruiter, and I remember he got out of his car in front of my trailer, and I thought Marines had the best uniforms. When I saw him in that uniform, I said, damn, that motherfucker looks sweet. I told my mom, I'm gonna join the Marines. Then he walked in my trailer, he was like, Gary, we are the few, the proud. I go, what's that mean? He goes, when shit pops off, we the first ones in, we the few. I was like, ooh, I'd rather be part of the many. I'm good on that shit. The hell you trying to be first for? Shit, pace yourself, slow down. I'm not trying to be first in the fight. You don't know what's popping off, you the first one in the fight, shit. Who's second or third? I'll join the third. I ain't trying to join the first, who's third? I'll join third. I ain't trying to join first, I'll join third. Listen, I'll give it to Marines. They are better Americans than me. Because you're hearing stories about the Marines. They be in Iraq, be in the desert. You be in a story you'd be like 33 Marines will be in Iraq, be in the desert, standing around, and then a grenade will drop in the middle of them, and one Marine will jump on a grenade, take the blow to save the other 32 Marines' lives. I'm like, man, if we in the desert, and there's 33 of us, and a grenade drops in the middle, and I see it first, either 33 people die, or 32 people die. But if one's gonna make it, it's gonna be me, motherfuckers. Like, oh shit, grenade! God damn it! Chris. See, the Army guy came to my trailer. He was lying the whole time, lying his ass off. Army recruiter walked in my trailer with a straight face and was like, Gary, I heard you wrestle. I heard you're in your high school wrestling team. I said, yeah, I wrestle. He said, if you join the Army, you could try out for the Army wrestling team, and if you make it, you just wrestle the whole time you're in the Army. I said, sir, I am 3-30 right now. I've won 3 times and lost 30. I am literally the worst wrestler in the state of Ohio as we speak. I didn't wrestle to wrestle. It was either come to the trailer park after school, or I could hang out with wrestlers and wrestle every now and then. I go, fuck it, I just wrestle. I ain't give a fuck if I won or lost. I used to pin myself half the time, because every time I get ready to wrestle somebody, I run on the mat, I look across, they be resetting the time clock. I go, you ain't gonna need that. This ain't gonna take that long, you ain't gonna need that clock. I've been looking at a guy, I'm about to wrestle, him over here sweating, warming up, smacking his leg, got his headphones on. I go, you doing too much, man. This ain't that kind of match. This dude listening to NWA, getting all fired up. This is more of a Kenny G type wrestling match. This is smooth jazz. We're gonna do this shit together. And when I tell you my senior in high school, I won 3 times and lost 30, I didn't beat 3 different people. I beat the same motherfucker 3 times, one dude. He was trying to lose too. Because the first time I saw him wrestle, I go, oh, this motherfucker trying to lose. My coach was like, how can you tell? Because I try to lose, coach. I can tell when the motherfucker trying to lose. I remember the first time I had a wrestle, we was both trying to lose. At one point, we land on the mat, right next to each other, both trying to pin ourselves. Oh shit, you trying to lose too. Shit, honestly, the Navy recruiter, he was just the most honest. He didn't promise me nothing but a flight out. That's all he promised me. Because the Navy recruiter walked to my trailer and looked around and went, I can get you out of this shit. Just put down my trailer, mother. And then he didn't tell me what I was gonna do in the Navy or nothing. I said, what would my job be? I said, what would my job be? He goes, what's the matter? Look where you at right now, kid. You're right, I'll go with you, shit. Shit, I remember my first year in the Navy, I made $24,000 for the year. I called my mom. I said, you ain't gotta work no more. You're done, Mom. I got you. $24K, baby. I told you I was gonna do so with my life, man. I remember my first check in the Navy was $512. I'll never forget it, man. You lucky to on Instagram back then. I don't know. Look now, haters. Get on my level. I got another one coming in 13 days. Can't stop, won't stop, 512 every 2 weeks. I was a cop when I was in the Navy too. I was a cop, you know. I was a great cop to the public. I was terrible for the Navy itself because I just let everybody go. You know, there's a lot of paperwork when you arrest people. I didn't know that. Like I was a cop, and that's why I got stationed in San Antonio because I was at Lackland. That's where the police academy was. So I go to a police academy in San Antonio, and then so I graduate. Then they send me to San Diego. I'm on a big ass base. They put me on nights. I'm working 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. You know, when I first got on the base, I wanted to be a good cop. I was like, okay, crime's about to cease. Officer Owen is here. Shit's about to change. My first Friday night on the base, I pulled this guy over. I gave him a DUI. I was like, fuck yeah, my first DUI. Now keep in mind, I pulled this guy over at 3 in the morning. I'm supposed to be at work at 6 in the morning. At 9 a.m., I was still on the base doing paperwork on his DUI. I looked at my partner. I was like, this is last. Motherfucker, do I forgive? I know that shit. This is about to be a dangerous base. I ain't getting paid overtime for this bullshit. I had a whole new outlook on drunk driving after that day. I really did. Because before that day, you drink and drive, you're going down, no excuses. After that day, I didn't look at it like that. Because 9 times out of 10, guys I was pulling over, they were coming back from Tijuana, right? They were too young to drink in the States. They had to go to Mexico and drink. And I could always tell when somebody's fucked up when you're trying to get on the base late at night. Because other than your driving test, the only time you 10 and 2 on a steering wheel is when you're fucked up, you know? So if I see 10 and 2, I like, yup, woo! And everybody gives you the same answer. You been drinking tonight? Oh, 2 beers? Just 2 beers, man, 2 beers. Just be honest, man, this might work out for you. You just gotta be honest with me. 14 tequila shots also. Didn't lie about the 2 beer, I forgot about the 14 tequila shots. Okay, man, I just want to get your story straight. So you went down to Tijuana, and you got drunk, and you made the irresponsible decision, get behind the wheel of the car. As you was driving back to the base, somehow you got past the federales, somehow you got past the Border Patrol, somehow you got past California Highway Patrol, somehow you got past San Diego PD. Son, you did what you had to do to get back to the base. Welcome home, baby, you made it, you made it! Pull him over there. That motherfucker was focused. Shit. I let him know, be proud of yourself. You can handle your liquor. Sometimes they wouldn't leave. They'd be staring at me. Are you serious? Go, motherfucker. And I'm off in 3 hours. Just stay on the concrete, hit the grass, make a left, bring it back down. You're good, man. I forgot too. I was talking about Kevin earlier, man. Like he had to go through the Oscar shit this year, but I forgot, like, last year was when he really was going through it with that Vegas scandal. Man. See, when Kev went to Vegas and his homeboy tried to set him up and extort him for money, thing about that was every married comic had to go through that shit with Kevin, you know? Because Kev goes to Vegas, he gets in trouble, you know? I don't hear nothing about it. I come home the next day, my wife knows all about it, I don't. My wife's looking at me like I was with Kevin, you know? Like, as soon as I walk in the house, here comes my wife. You see what happened to Kevin? You see what happened to Kevin? I act like I don't know what she was talking about. I go, who you talking about, Kevin Durant? You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't let that happen to you, Gary. Don't let that happen to you. I was like, don't let it happen to you! But I'm glad Kevin and his wife are still together. I like Nico, I like Kevin, they're nice people. I don't see them break up over that. Just a little speed bump in the relationship, you know? But now that the time has passed and it's been over a year and stuff, now the timeline all makes sense because Kev went to Vegas, his homeboy tried to extort him for money, set him up in the hotel room, and the week before Kev went to Vegas, it had gotten published. He's the highest grossing comic in the country. He's worth like $200 million. So I remember when the shit first happened, and I found out Kev's worth $200 million, I was telling everybody, I got a feeling his wife's gonna forgive him. I do. I think she's gonna find it in her heart to give him a second chance, man. Shit, I wish my wife was worth $200 million, man. If my wife's worth $200 million, there is nothing, fucking nothing she could do to make me leave her, man. I'm like herpes. I might lay low. I'm gonna pop up on your ass, shit. Ain't no cure for this shit. It's for life, man. Let me tell you something. If my wife's worth $200 million, I would love to see TMZ try to hand me up at the airport on some bullshit with their cameras out trying to fuck up my relationship. I'd have an answer for everything. There is nothing they can say to me or show me to shake my foundation, you know? I'd be sitting at LAX waiting on my bags to come out. TMZ comes around the corners with their cameras. Gary Owen, did you see what happened? Your wife has a sex tape, but it just got released. Have you seen it? I'd be like, who the fuck you think taped it? All my boys be calling me up, you was gonna let your wife fuck some other dude? She ain't fucking him, he fucking her. She ain't get on top, man, she fucks me. Shit, let me tell you something. If my wife's worth $200 million, she could tell me she's going to see another dude. I wouldn't give a shit. She could tell me, Gary, I'm going to see my friend this weekend. You tell him I said hello. If you happy, we happy. Shit, my wife could be gone for the weekend with some other dude. I'd be at the house making Instagram posts. I just want to take a second and thank my lovely wife for all she does for this family. You are the best wife, mother, friend a man could have. You have provided us with this beautiful home. You enjoy your weekend away. We will be here when you get back. Like, hashtag unbreakable. Who else is messing up as a comedian? Monique. Oh, Monique keeps messing up, man. And I like Monique a lot, man, but goddamn, Mo, she's going after everybody, you know? She went after Steve. Steve Harvey tried to help her out, you know, on his show, and then the next day, she's throwing Steve Harvey under the bus. I knew Monique went too far when she started going after Oprah. I was like, ooh, some shit you gotta keep to yourself, man. You can't go after Oprah. Oprah starts making phone calls. You ain't working no more, bottom line, you know? Because here's the thing about the entertainment business, man. When you ain't in movies like you think or TV shows like you think, your brain starts playing tricks on you. You start thinking there's a conspiracy against me, you know, people don't like me anymore. When it's really not the case, because you never know when your name's coming up behind closed doors for a movie or a TV show. Like, so when Monique went after Oprah, I was like, God, Mo, don't do that, because, you know, Oprah's got her own TV network, producing 4 or 5 movies a year. Monique didn't know what Oprah had coming up. Oprah reminded me getting ready to do The Color Purple 2, Celie Had a Baby. She was gonna bring in Monique for Celie Had a Baby. But I was just looking at all the people Monique started going after. So it's Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, Steve Harvey, Oprah Winfrey. You know, then she went after my buddy Will Packer. The same guy that put me in Ride Along Think Like a Man is the exact same guy that put Monique in that Christmas movie a few years ago. And Monique tried to compare Will Packer movie producer to Harvey Weinstein movie producer. And I thought that was a little too far. So I went on my Instagram page and I did a video directed towards Monique, right? Now, I never called Monique out her name, nothing like that. I just said, listen, Mo, when you got a lot of different problems with a lot of different people for a lot of different reasons, it might be you know? And I'm not stupid. I knew when I did the video, I knew I was gonna get some backlash, right? What I didn't know there was this thing out there called Black Twitter. I didn't know what the fuck Black Twitter was, right? All of a sudden, I do this video towards Monique, and man, Black Twitter's real. And they was in my ass for 3 days straight. If you don't know what Black Twitter is, if you say anything on social media that Black Twitter deems disrespectful to Black people or a Black person, they come after you. And I don't know how many people are on Black Twitter. I don't know if they have an office building with cubicles, or it's a group text that goes out, I don't know. All I know is I do this video towards Monique, and for the next 3 days, every time I got on Twitter, it was over 100 mentions of my name, and it was just Black Twitter down the line coming after me. And everybody was kind of saying the same thing, just in their own way. You know, stay in your lane. This don't concern you. Leave Black shit to Black people. Somebody went, newsflash, ... you ain't Black. I was like, damn! Woo! Motherfucker dropping knowledge today. Shit, the ... fucked me up a little bit. I go, damn, did I just get a dramatic pause? But listen, I give respect to respect is due, man. Some people on Black Twitter hit me with some good ass put downs. I mean, there was some good ones. I was looking at my phone like, ooh, that motherfucker got me on that one. That's a good one right there. I was showing my friends, look at that motherfucker call me. I think my favorite put down from Black Twitter was somebody said, stay in your lane, white cracker bread. I was like, God damn, that is the whitest shit I've ever been called in my life, white cracker bread? Holy fuck, that's white. How do you combine two separate white put downs and make it one white cracker bread? That's so white. I didn't even get mad when I saw it. I just got thirsty. Holy shit, that's a dry ass put down. At least put some milk on that shit. White cracker bread. It's so white. Shit, every time I go to Starbucks, they make them write that shit on my cup, you know? How you doing? Can I get a latte? What's the name? White cracker bread. And I make them say it like they mean it. I got a latte for white cracker bread? Mm-mm. Say it like I said it. White cracker bread. Appreciate it, thank you. Have a good day. Shit, I didn't know what stay in your lane meant. I didn't know what that meant. I had to call one of my friends. I said, hey man, somebody on Black Twitter told me stay in my lane. What exactly does that mean? I guess there's a white lane and a black lane on Twitter, and you're not supposed to cross the lanes. That's stupid. Like if somebody gonna tell me stay in my lane, I've been thinking, have you been to my house? I'm like the only white person in my house, by the way. Like my wife's there, she's Black. Her mom lives with us, she's Black. We got our kids, they're mixed. Then my oldest son, any of mine. It's my stepson. He's full Black. And I sent him to college, all 4 years. I paid for everything, room, tuition, board, all that shit. So basically, I sent a Black kid to college that wasn't mine, and you gonna tell me stay in my lane. Like, motherfucker, I'm in my lane, shit. How many Black kids you send to college, Black Twitter? You can suck my white cracker bread dick. It's a full loaf, ho. Call it wonder. White cracker bread. Getting older, man. I can tell I'm getting older too. I can feel it. You know? Like when I used to go to cities, I used to like go out every night, go to nightclubs and party and clubbing and shit. Now I'm going to hotels and asking for the breakfast coupons and shit like that. You want points at breakfast coupons? Motherfucker, breakfast coupon. I'm gonna be up early. Plus, clubbing ain't what it used to be, man. Like I remember when I was in my 20s, man, we in the nightclubs, we just went there to have a good time. Now, it seems like everybody wants to pop bottles at a nightclub. That's like the thing. Like, especially when I go, they immediately think I want to pop some bottles and want sections and tables. I'm like, no, fuck that. You know? Because I'm still trying to figure out the mathematician that came up with bottle price in the nightclubs, right? Like everyone in this theater could go to a liquor store after the show and buy a bottle of liquor for $40. That same bottle at a nightclub might be $500. I was like, man, I'm glad most of these nightclubs don't serve food, you know? Hey, how you doing, man? Can I get a Twix? $850 for a Twix. God damn, for a candy bar? There's 2 of them in it. I swear, there's only been one time in my entire comedy career where I went out and tried to pop bottles one night. One time, I was down in South Beach. My boys were in town. I'm trying to floss, be the big man that night. I got to the front door of this nightclub. I was like, "What's up, baby?" I got my boys in town. Get a couple bottles, get a section, get a table. Dude goes, "No problem, Gary. That's gonna be $10,000." I was like, "I'm gonna go get a Hyundai. Fuck this shit." I spent $10,000 on the table. I'm taking the fucking table home. Where you going? Taking this back to the crib. I paid for this shit. This shit's oak. I think the Amish made that. That's solid right there. Dude, I do not do the pop and bottle shit. And anybody that's ever hung out with me, they'll tell you, I don't do that, man. Like, if I go to a nightclub, all I want to do is sit at the bar, have a couple drinks, listen to some music, blend in. I don't need shout-outs. I don't need special treatment. I don't need none of that shit. Only problem is, if I sit at the bar, it takes one person to get on their cell phone and be like, "Oh, shit, I think Gary Owen's struggling." This motherfucker at the bar with everybody else. He can't even afford his own section. Yes, I can. I don't want a section. I don't want to spend $1,000 popping bottles. First of all, I don't drink that much. 2 drinks, I'm good. 3, I'm fucked up. I ain't gonna spend $1,000 popping bottles. Why? So me and my boys can drink? We ain't fucking. Get your own liquor, you thirsty motherfucker. Shit. Looking at me all night. "Hey, Gary, you gonna get a bottle? I'm gonna get a glass." Plus, if I did want to order a bottle, I can't do it discreetly. I can't be in a nightclub like, "Hey, man, let me get 1 bottle." And they slide me a bottle on the low. Nah, comes with a goddamn sparkler on it. Little light show happens throughout the club. A siren goes off. Takes 8 girls to bring 1 fucking bottle out. Like, 1 girl's got the bottle, 1's got the sparkler, 5 girls got these big ass letters to spell somebody's name out. Where the fuck do the letters come from at the club? They used to be coming out the back, you know, David. And I tell you what, you've never been to a nightclub and seen a dude order 1 bottle and then call it a night. Nah, but then that dude got 5, 6 bottles on his tab, and everybody thinks it's the bottle girls that make dudes want to order more bottles. No, it's not. It's the DJ. DJ's a mastermind behind it all, because as soon as the DJ sees that first bottle come out with that sparkler on it, DJ gets on a microphone, starts hyping that dude up, basically mind-fucking him, making him feel like he's a man that night, makes him want to pop more bottles, you know? Because as soon as that first bottle comes out, here comes the DJ. "Oh, shit! Oh, shit! I see you, table 6! I see you, table 6! 1 bottle, 2 bottle, 3 bottle, 4 bottle! Somebody getting it in tonight!" Girls coming out the back, David. Every time I see a dude be popping bottles, I be sitting at the bar, my 1 drink, watching it all play out. So while the DJ's hyping David up, I'll be over at the bar doing the math. I'll be like, "Oh shit, David got the big bottles of Hennessy. That's just $750 a bottle." So the DJ's going, "1 bottle, 2 bottle." I'm over going $750, $1,500, $2,250, $3,000, $3,750. David gonna be mad in the morning. I be trying to tell dudes, man, you ain't gotta pop bottles and meet girls like that. Because I think 9 times out of 10, guys go to nightclubs just to meet girls. I get it, you know, but if you ain't got $1,000 of pop on bottles, you ain't gotta do it, man. I be telling dudes, man, if you wanna meet girls, you ain't got the money like that, just listen. Just wait outside, wait for the club to close. Everybody gotta leave, you know? Hopefully a food truck pulls up. It's so easy to meet girls at the food truck when the club closes. Because usually, the girls leaving a nightclub, when they wait to close, those girls are a little tipsy, discombobulated, got their shoes in their right hand, you know? They in the parking lot looking for the girls they came with, just walking around. Karen? Karen? Who the fuck is Karen? I be telling dudes, man, just wait for the food truck to pull up. Hopefully it's a taco truck. Everybody likes tacos late at night, you know? So when it's your turn, just wait in line. When it's your turn to order some tacos, look behind you, find a nice looking lady, offer some food. Just sit there. What's up? Wait. You want, what's up? Yeah. You want some tacos? Right there. You want some tacos? I'll take a taco. All right. Get 2 tacos. Hey man, let me get 2 tacos. $2. Here you go. Have a couple tacos. Her girlfriends come over. Where'd you get them tacos at? That dude right there, he nice. You want some guacamole on it? Let me get a side of guacamole, 50 cents. Here you go, put some guacamole on your tacos. You spent $2.50. You got the same phone number David got. David spent $6,000 popping bottles in a nightclub. You know? And trust me, she gonna remember you over David, you know? You know, the next day, you put food in her body, you nourished her, you know? The next day, think about it, David ain't gonna wake up till 1, 2 o'clock, all the Hennessy run through his system. All you gotta do is get up 9:30, 10 in the morning, shoot a little good morning text. Good morning, beautiful. Good meeting you last night. Taco emoji. Shit, that's a taco dude. Yeah, I like David's cool, that's a taco dude, yeah. Then you got a cheap-ass anniversary date. Most people on anniversaries gotta go to nice steakhouses, nice restaurants. Nah, you and her right back at the taco truck. She on Instagram, back where we met. He got me extra cilantro, doing it big this year. Now, listen, I don't want people to call me a liar or anything. Like, I don't pop balls in real life. I don't. But on Instagram, I do. Like, I be lying my ass off on Instagram. I'm living a life that ain't mine half the time, you know? Shoot, I'll do some little Bow Wow shit. I'll just lie on Instagram. Yo, that shit was funny last year, though. If you know what I'm talking about, like a little over a year ago, like guys, I think it's a year and a half ago, like Bow Wow went on Instagram, right? And he posted a picture of a private jet. And he said, I'm flying from LA to New York, start working on this new TV show. So Bow Wow gave the impression that he was flying cross country on a private jet. Well, Bow Wow makes the post, then this guy is on a United Airlines flight, looks in the back of the plane, Bow Wow's sitting there, you know, regular ass 32B middle seat. So this dude gets on his Instagram, was like, this motherfucker lying, he on my flight right now. He takes a picture of Bow Wow, you know? So they had this thing for like 3 weeks on Instagram called the Bow Wow Challenge. It was hashtag Bow Wow Challenge. And all it was people posted shit that they wasn't doing, but they said they was doing it, but they wasn't doing it, but they act like they was doing it, right? And I never did the Bow Wow Challenge, I never did, because I didn't want people going to my Instagram page looking at all the lies I be posting, you know? Because like I said, I don't pop bottles in real life. Oh my God, but I'll be at a nightclub, I'll grab 2 big-ass Ace of Spades bottles. Tell my homeboy, take a picture of me real quick. I'll be on Instagram. Yeah, I'm double fisted tonight, motherfuckers. I'm going in. Hashtag doing what I do. Post. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot. Yeah. I'm just gonna get a Bud Light. Thank you. See, I remember one time I was at a marina. I was walking by all these boats, and right in the middle of the marina was a big ass yacht. I got on for the yacht. I was like, yep, about to take my new boat out for the day. See what the ocean's talking about. Hashtag doing what I do. Lies. I was never on that yacht. I was at Five Guys and a cheeseburger when I made that post. Shit. Let me tell you something. If you ever on my Instagram page and you see hashtag doing what I do, I'm lying. I'm fucking lying. That is Cobra Fry. I'm lying. I'm gonna lie about these shows. Watch when this shit airs. I'm like, damn, San Antonio showed out. We sold out the AT&T Center 4 days straight. Damn, you do 4 shows, hashtag doing what I do. And don't be fucking on my live. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, man. You was on the Riverwalk by the Empire Theater. Just go and be like, Gary, I was there that night. I was in a suite, hashtag sweet live. Go with the live. Ain't nobody gonna know. They see the stage. They don't know where the fuck we at. It was funny, I was talking to my wife right before I came on stage, man. It's funny, like, I've been with my wife for 20 years now, right? And it's funny when you're with somebody that long. Like, yeah, you figure at this point of our relationship, there's nothing she can do that could surprise me as far as like the racial stuff, right? The difference between black and white stuff. But she still be doing stuff that confuses me, right? Like we got a pool in our backyard, and my wife would put on a bathing suit, and she'll head to the backyard, and I'll be looking at her, I say, what are you doing, baby, going swimming? She goes, no, I'm just gonna go lay out. I'm like, for what? You're already black, baby, shit. I mean, you have won the tanning game. I just don't know what the goal is back there, you know? Like, literally, my wife will go outside, and an hour later, she'll come back in, she'll be like, Gary, look how dark I got. I was like, you was dark when you left. She don't get no darker. I don't do that shit in the winter. I don't go in the snow and come back in. Baby, look how white I am. It's like I'm a snowman. I feel like I'm in the movie Powder. Oh, shit. We got 2 boys and a girl, man, you know. My daughter's the youngest, and, you know, she's the militant one in the family, though. Man, she don't want to be white at all. Like, my boys don't care. They ain't tripping off nothing, but my daughter, man, everything that goes wrong in her life is my fault. My fucking fault. Like I said, we got a pool in our backyard, and the whole family be in the backyard swimming. You know, my wife and the boys, they be out there all day. My daughter's fair-skinned, so she's the last one in the family, so every 20, 30 minutes, me and her got to duck back in, put some aloe vera on, come back out. She be mad. It's your fault, Dad. Like, I already know when my daughter gets to college, she gonna be leading all the protesters and all the marches, you know? Goddamn, I call her Kennedy Kaepernick. Jesus Christ. She's serious with her shit, you know? Like, my daughter got mad at me last year because I stood up during the national anthem. She goes, you just gonna stand? I go, it's the 7th grade volleyball game. Let's break it down just a little bit, okay? God damn, there's 18 people in a junior high gym, okay? Like, my daughter's never watched NFL football in her life, never watched a game. All of a sudden, all the Kaepernick stuff's been going on. Here comes my daughter. Hey, Dad, you watch NFL football? I go, fuck yeah, I'm watching it. She goes, oh, I can't believe you. I'm not watching another game with Colin Kaepernick's back in the league. I can't believe he ain't gonna stick with me. I was like, oh, fuck. All right, I won't watch it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. She ain't even know. She ain't know. I appreciate that, Dad. Hey, we in this family together, baby. It's crazy too, cause like both my boys like white girls. Both of them. They both like white girls. But my daughter likes black guys. Oh, she gonna make me work. I wish she'd bring a little white kid home. I could punk a white kid. What the fuck? Sorry, sir. I don't know about that. Black kid, what the fuck? What the fuck, sir? Oh, okay. All right. I see what you did there, young man. All right. Like, my daughter went to her first homecoming dance last year, right? You know? Big-ass brother asked her out, too. Big-ass brother. I mean, this kid was 6'7", 270, 15 years old. That ain't normal, right? But I will say this, the young man that took my daughter to homecoming, his parents are raising him right, because his mom and dad made him call me to ask permission to take my daughter to homecoming, so I wasn't mad about that. It still was a weird phone conversation, you know, because the kid's 15, his voice is deeper than mine, you know? Answer the phone, I was like, hello? Mr. Owen? The fuck? Yeah? Yeah, this PJ? I really want to take your daughter to homecoming. I was looking at my daughter like, who is this Green Mile motherfucker on the phone? Who the hell's taking to homecoming? John Coffey? Shit! And then my daughter don't tell me he's 6'7". I think I got a little 50-year-old coming to my house. I got my game face on. I'm gonna punk this little motherfucker, right? And as soon as he opened the door, I was like, what the, you ain't tell me he was this tall. Then he walked in the house and tried to build some kind of rapport with me, you know? Mr. Owen, I just want you to know, sir, I think you're really funny. I said, ain't no funny around here, motherfucker. He, my ass. I know what the fuck you want, young man. Because everybody knows how horny teenage boys are. Shit, my 17-year-old son, that little horny motherfucker, man. My 17-year-old son cannot keep his hand off his dick all day. Like he got a tambourine attached to that shit. Be up in the morning, pouring cereal. Morning, Dad! What the fuck is your hand on your dick all day? Y'all, I'll tell you, I finally pulled my 17-year-old son aside and I just asked him, I said, hey man, let me ask you a serious question, okay? Are you leaving yourself open to dating black girls or it's just white? He goes, I think it's just white. I was like, okay. Why you think that is, son? Why you think that is? He said, Dad, I never met a black girl prettier than Mom. I said, yeah, that's why I fuck her. I ain't say that. Hashtag doing what I do. I'm lying. I'm fucking lying. I ain't say that shit. That'd been the only time my son's hands stopped moving. What? Kidding. Better be. I guess I just thought, with my kids, I thought one of my boys take after me. I thought one of my boys dated a black girl. But like white girls. It's fine, it's cool. I don't care. As long as everybody's cool, I don't care who they date. But I guess for me, I just knew at an early age, I had a thing for black girls. I knew it, man. Because I didn't grow up around a lot of black people. I didn't. My school had like 2 black girls in it. Lily and Shauna. That was it, But I just knew it, man. But I didn't tell anybody growing up I like black girls, though. I didn't tell anybody because to me it was like being gay. Because you know how gay people, they know they're gay at an early age, but they don't want to tell people. They're scared of people gonna say about them. I was the same way. I didn't tell nobody like black girls, but I knew I was different. Hey, listen, I want to be very clear. When I say I like black girls, this is not a put down to white ladies, Latino ladies, Asian ladies. No. There's beautiful women everywhere. It's not like that. It's just I don't know, something going on. I don't know what it is. Like I could be on the beach and you can line up 10 beautiful white girls on the beach, badass white chicks in bikinis, line them up. And at the very end of the line, have a black girl that works at Starbucks in a barista outfit. I'll be on the beach like, I want some coffee. How you doing? Gary, you want cream in that? No, black like you, baby. You want to cream my coffee? And here comes my son. I'll take that cream, Dad. Come on, Dad. Let me get that cream, Dad. Get that cream for me. Okay, my son wants the cream. Put white cracker bread on the cup, please. Thank you. That's the thing, too. I be watching a lot of shit on my phone and iPad. Let me ask you this. Why is it every day I get on my phone or my iPad, and it seems like at some point during the day, I'm gonna see somebody getting their ass kicked. Every day. Like, I be wondering, how do people got their phones out at the exact time people be getting knocked out? Because I honestly, I never see people get knocked out in real life, and I'm happy about that. I must be hanging out in the right areas. I'm good with that, Because, every time I see somebody get knocked out on the internet, first thing that goes through my brain is, hope that dude ain't got no kids. Especially when it's a dude, I hope that dude ain't got no kids, man. I mean, honestly, can you imagine being a dad and you get knocked out and somebody films it and that shit goes viral? Your kids ain't listening to you no more. What the hell you gonna tell your son? Hey, be home at 9 o'clock. Oh, you awake now, Dad? But I tell you, watching all these people get knocked out on the internet, it opened my eyes to shit. It opened my eyes to how easy it is to get knocked out. And it's helped me, man. Like, I don't get in fights at all. I don't get in arguments. I will walk, run, skip, hide, duck, There's nothing you can say to me make me want to fight you. Nothing, you know? Even when I go with my guys, man, I got my guys that open up for me and then my road manager, Brad. Every time we go out, you know, before we hit a club or something, they be asking me, hey, Gary, man, shit pops off now. You got our back? I was like, I don't. No, I don't. Better find the exit, run, I'm out, man. Shit, walk away. And every time I go to the city, man, I always be getting messages with people like, hey, man, you need a bodyguard when you in town, need security. And every time I go to these people's pages, always big, swole, muscle-bound motherfuckers trying to be my bodyguards, you know? And let me tell you something. If I ever get to the point where I feel like I need a bodyguard just to go out and hang out, I ain't hiring some big, swole motherfucker, no. You wanna be my bodyguard? I'm asking you one question. How fast are you? You gotta be faster than me, because if shit pops off, you got to be at the car before I am, you know? I can't be over here waiting on your swole ass. Come on, man, they shooting. Come on, man, they shooting. All right, Gary, here it comes. Honestly, all the years I've been doing stand-up, over 20 years, right? There's only been one time in my entire comedy career where I felt like I was gonna get my ass kicked after a show. I almost did. I'll never forget, it was just a couple years ago. I was in Detroit, Michigan. It was after my show. We had a little after party. And I don't know what this dude thought I said to him, and I didn't say nothing to him, but he had me henned up against the wall, and I had nowhere to go. And I was like, fuck, how am I gonna get out of this shit, right? So this is how I got out of the fight. All I did was I put my hands up, I started making eye contact with the dude, and I just started agreeing with him. Whatever he said, I just went with it, you know? He's like, hey, man, I'm about to beat your ass. I was like, yeah, you probably will. Hey, man, you acting like you scared right now. Ain't nobody acting. Man, what the fuck is you looking at? Not you, bro. But I got out of it, right? So the fight didn't happen, but I backed down. I did. I'll be the first man I backed down. So the next morning, I'm in my hotel room, right? It's about 9 a.m. My road manager, Brad, comes to my room. He's like, Gary, what happened last night? I was like, no, man, that dude tried to start a fight me. I told you I ain't fighting nobody. He goes, Gary, can I be honest with you right now? I said, yeah, what's up? He goes, you kind of looked like a pussy last night. I said, what do you mean I look like a pussy? He goes, I'm just saying, man, you backed down in front of everybody. You kind of look like a pussy. I said, well, who exactly did I look like a pussy to? He goes, everybody that was in that club. I go, well, who's in the club? He goes, I don't know. I go, exactly. I don't give a fuck about some strange motherfuckers. I'm leaving in 3 hours. Shit. Now, my flight left Detroit at noon. At 4 p.m., I was safe and sound back at my own house. I was no longer state of Michigan. I was no longer state of Detroit. That's when I got on my Instagram page. I was like, oh shit, somebody almost got these hands last night. They lucky I was feeling generous and shit. Hashtag doing what I do. Fuck 'em, you know? I have motherfuckers on my page making comments, motherfucker, I was there, you back down. Delete, not on my page, you wasn't shit. Better take that shit to your page. On my page, some of us got these hands, shit. It was jazz hands, but still, fuck it. Fuck that. Texas is an interesting state. It's a big-ass state. Jesus Christ. It's hard to drive through this mug. Shit. There's a bunch of Buc-ee's and Whataburgers every fucking exit. Shit. I always have a good time in San Antonio, man, but I wish you guys had an NFL team. That was the one thing I wish you guys had was an NFL team, right? Yeah. I'm such a football fan, man, you know? I think it's funny too, because I watch every kind of high school, college, pro, man. I think, back in the day, I used to love watching like the Cowboys when they had Aikman and Emmett and Michael Irvin and stuff like that, right? It was funny because to this day, and I cannot find on YouTube, to this day, one of the greatest things I've ever heard after a football game was Michael Irvin, and it was the Cowboys had just beaten the Packers, and they were getting ready to go play the Steelers in the Super Bowl like 23 years ago, right? And this was when it was Cocaine Mike. This was Mike, right? This ain't the Mike now, this was Mike, right? But it was funny because they're interviewing Troy Aikman, right? He's right here. And Michael Irvin's behind Troy Aikman. He ain't got nothing but a towel on, right? He can ready to go to the Super Bowl now. Mike's got a towel. He's running back and forth, yelling. And it was the greatest shit I ever heard, right? All Mike said was, tonight, it's limos, hoes, and poppin'. I was like, God damn. I had never been to Papados. I had never been to Texas. I didn't know what the fuck Papados was, man. I remember the first time I came to Texas, they said, where you want to go out? Shit, let's hit Papados, shit. And Papados, like, where the hoes at? Bunch of lobsters in this motherfucker. This a restaurant? What the fuck? Oh, so Mike wanted to eat after the game, okay. That's the cool, and honestly, that's the cool thing about stand-up, man, is like, I am very aware and I am very appreciative that I get to do a lot of things that I probably wouldn't get to do if I wasn't a stand-up. Like last summer, I got invited to go to Essence Music Festival for the first time down in New Orleans, right? Now, I've been in New Orleans a lot in my life, but I had never been during Essence Music Festival, so I'm there for 3 days, right? And this is what I learned after being at Essence for 3 days. When black women get really drunk, I somehow turn into Tommy from Power. I don't know how that shit happened. But I have never been mistaken for someone else so much in 3 days. Like every time I walked out on Bourbon Street, that's all I heard. Tommy! Tommy! I'm not him! I am! You ain't gotta be scared, Tommy. Ghost ain't here. You ain't gotta be scared. No, I'm fucking him. Shit, by Saturday, I gave up correcting people, you know? Tommy! Thanks for watching Power. Watch season 6. Thank you so much, yeah. We're nothing without our fans, you know? Like, I left New Orleans on Saturday night, right? On Monday morning, I called my agent. I said, hey, man, can I get on one episode of Power? Just one. I don't want to be on it. I could die the same episode. I just want to do, like, one scene with Tommy so people can see us on screen together and know we're not the same person, you know? Like, literally, I could just show up one episode as, like, his older brother that he never knew, you know? Like, Tommy just walks out of a building in the middle of Manhattan. I'm in the middle of the street. Tom! Yo, Tommy! Yo, who is you? Timmy! I'm your older brother, Timmy, Tommy. I've been trying to meet you, man. I've been hearing shit, Tommy. The streets are talking, Tommy. I don't want to see you get hurt. I want you to get out the game, Tommy. Come on, Tommy. Come with your brother, Timmy, Tommy. Come on, Tommy. Come with Timmy, Tommy. Come on, Tommy. Come with Timmy, Tommy. I had Tommy convinced to come with me, you know? All of a sudden, Ghost comes out of nowhere, shoots me in my back. I just... Tommy! I'm gonna die in slow motion. Fuck it. Tommy shot me in my back, Tommy. Shit hurts. Ah, shit. It was Ghost. Tommy, Ghost shot me in my back. It was Ghost. Tommy be confronting Ghost and shit. Yo, what the fuck, Ghost? What the fuck you shoot my brother Timmy for? I just met that motherfucker, man. How you can shoot my brother Timmy like that? Nah, Tommy. That ain't Timmy. That's white cracker bread. Tommy, I'm not dead yet. I'm almost dead. Come here, Tommy, I gotta tell you something. Tommy, I think Ghost is on Black Twitter. You tell him I said stay in your lane, motherfucker. Then we find out the whole episode's fake. It was directed by Jussie Smollett. It's an interesting crowd. Oh, too soon, motherfucker! Funny too, like, somebody asked me the other day too, somebody asked me, what's the biggest difference between stand-ups that are starting out today compared to when you started 20 years ago, Gary? And I said, well, I think the biggest difference is social media, you know, because when I started doing stand-up, you just had to be funny on stage, and that's how you built your audience. Now, with Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and YouTube and all these other outlets, there's so many different ways for comedians to build their audience. And, you know, and me being a stand-up, you know, I like to pride myself on knowing what's funny and what's not, you know, and so sometimes I'll get on my Twitter page and I'll post something, and in my brain, I'm like, oh, this shit's funny as hell. This is gonna get a lot of retweets, and I'll post it, nothing. No retweets, no comments. I'm like, damn, did the shit go through? Shit. Then other times I'll post it on social media that I don't think's funny, and the shit'll go viral, right? Like, I've had a few things go viral in the last couple years. The biggest one, it was you know, a little over a year ago, and it was got like 80 million views between Instagram and Facebook, and all it was something my wife said, and I made like a 45-second post, and the shit went everywhere. And I didn't think the shit was funny. I just said what she said, and the shit went everywhere. If you didn't see the post, this is all that happened, right? It was Memorial Day last year, and I called my wife on the way home. I said, babe, I don't want to go anywhere this year. Let's just stay home with the kids. Me and the kids, don't invite nobody over, just us. And she goes, okay. So my wife makes a cake for the family on Memorial Day. So she goes to the pantry to get some icing to put on the cake. So she opens a container of icing, immediately puts her finger in the icing, puts her fingers in her mouth, then she starts icing the cake with the same icing she just put her finger in. I said, babe, get some different icing, put your finger in the shit and you put it on the cake. She goes, what? I said, get some different icing, put your finger in the shit and put it on the cake. She goes, Gary, ain't nobody eating this cake but people in this house, okay? And the only people in this house either came out of me or came in me. I was like, eat that motherfucking icing, baby. You eat that motherfucking icing. Shit, that is my line to my wife now, man. Shit, every time we have sex, I be pulling my shit out. Come on, baby, eat that motherfucking icing, baby. Eat that motherfucking icing. You know I'm lying. I ain't saying that shit to my wife. Shit. Hashtag doing what I do. I'm lying. All right, so I gotta get out. Thanks for seeing me, San Antonio. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
And if it's ever a problem, my nigga hit that's loyalty, that's loyalty. I'm talking loyalty, that's loyalty, loyalty. I'm talking loyalty, that's loyalty, loyalty. I'm talking loyalty, that's loyalty, loyalty. I'm talking loyalty, yeah.
I don't know. Ask Lisa.